What's up guys, it's Robert, you're watching GentStyle. Today's video is a Q&A, so I have a bunch of questions that you guys left here for me on one of the videos where I mentioned doing a Q&A. So the first one is from Marcus, and he asked, what initially got you into men's fashion and style? And also, I would love to see some more casual outfit ideas. Great question, Marcus. I'd have to say what originally got me into fashion and style is even as a kid, my grandmother would dress us up and make sure that me and my brother Rylan looked nice. And throughout the years, of her, dressing us and putting cologne on us and making sure we smelled good when we went to school, as I got older, I started to kind of take over that, as many kids do, and I started to dress myself. And it really, first off, it was like Champs and Finish Line. Those were where we wasted most of our money. And over time, we just kind of started thrifting and finding, better brands and dressing a little nicer. And so that's kind of, I guess, in a way, how I got into fashion and style. It really was just a progression of, my life. And then also my grandfather, he dresses very well. My uncle, my mother, my father, all of them dressed well. And so it's really in the blood, honestly. So the next question is from the Gent, and he asked, what are your style icons that you take inspiration from? And then he says, all the best. So thanks to the Gent for commenting. Really, that's a question that I haven't really thought about a whole lot. But if I really do think about guys that dress well that I really like, I mean, Kirby Allison is one here on YouTube that I really like the way he dresses. It's very classic. But as far as, other people like celebrities and that kind of stuff, Will Smith in the movie Focus, he dressed very well. Another movie that I really like is Casino. It's probably my favorite movie ever, and the way Robert De Niro and those other guys dressed with the suit, the solid color suit, and having the white tie and the white shirt, or the pink tie and the pink shirt, I think those are fantastic looks. And that kind of really is something that I really took from a little bit. But I really can't think of anybody else, really. I watch Power. It's one of my favorite TV shows. James St. Patrick, the main character on Power, he always would wear suits and stuff in his nightclub, and so that's also another inspiration. And kind of more casually, I'd say casually, I'm not sure, but I hope that answered the question of who are some of the style icons. Oh, also, I gotta say, I like Alan Flusser. He is a fashion designer. Ralph Lauren is also really good. Those are guys that dress very well. Not Tommy Hilfiger. Tom Ford is the guy that wears the black suit, the white dress shirt, black tie. He dresses very well. I like him. And then also the main guy, this guy is super influential to me, and that is Steve Harvey. He dresses very well. Steve Harvey wears different suits on TV, Family Feud, whatever show that he's on. He's always dressed impeccably. And so I always I'd say he was probably the first one. Steve Harvey was probably the first one. And I definitely have him on my list of people that I like to meet and talk to about style one day. Okay, so next question is from Gray, and he asked, let me restart this. He asked, I know you're keen on hemming your own pants. What are your thoughts on fully making and sewing your own garments to wear, such as trousers, vests, and ties, etc.? And then he said he can't wait to see the Bespoke Initiative collab. Okay, so Gray, thank you for leaving a comment. I've tried to make pants before. It was a fun process doing the actual sewing of the pants. It's really not that hard, but I made the size wrong, so that kind of really took away, and it took me probably 7 or 8 hours to get those pants done. And so I have a video, I'll put it up here, of when I did that, but I really kind of stay away from that now. I recently started doing a suit jacket, and I'll also throw some footage up here of what that looks like now, but that's just a little side project I wanted to do. I completely took apart an old Navy jacket that I had that fit pretty good that I got for a few dollars, and I redid that basically. And so I just took the patterns, cut the patterns, and then I only did the middle part of it. I still haven't finished, but it's still something that I'll probably get to here pretty soon. So there's a guy named Jamie. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name, I'm sorry, but Jamie asked, where's the jacket from? And he's referring to the jacket that I wore in the last video, and that was, it's a blue linen jacket, and that is from Joseph Aboud is the brand. I got it at K&G Fashion a couple of months ago, and it's linen. So it's a really nice jacket. It's got a little texture to it, which is something I really like. And then finally, we have a couple of questions from Salem. Salem, I'm not going to pronounce your last name, but you always watch the video, so thank you, Salem. You always comment and interact. So I'm going to get to a few of these. You left a lot of questions, but I want to try to answer some of them. So when and where did you pick up the interest in menswear? I kind of answered that already. Have you noticed any changes in the way the general populace perceives you and act towards you? So he's basically asking, do I feel like people treat me differently because of the way I'm dressed? And the answer is yes. Usually when I'm dressed nicer, I do seem to have a little bit more of an easier time dealing with people in certain scenarios. So I think dressing nice is super important, and it does help benefit you. And then he also asks if you spend a lot of time socializing, do people actively notice and compliment your appearance? And that is a yes. Like when I'm around my peers, people usually bring up the fact that I'm dressed nice, and so that is pretty cool. Let's see. What does the future hold for suiting and other fine clothing? That's a really amazing question, because I think that with COVID and people working at home, even me, a lot more people are dressing more casual, but I think people are still interested in dressing up, because nowadays, whenever I get a chance to dress up, I look forward to the time, because it means I get to go somewhere and do something. And so I think that, you know, things are changing. I think that people will be dressing more casually, but I still think it's something that's still important. And he also mentions, like, will every tailor or retailer lose business? And I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's kind of early to tell. So guys, those are the questions. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I answered some of your questions. As always, if you ever want to ask anything in particular, go ahead and comment that down in the comments, or send me a DM on Instagram or whatever. My Instagram is RealRobertJones or GentStyle too, so you can send it to either one of those and I will answer your questions. And guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did so, please be sure to hit the like button. Also go ahead and subscribe and share and turn on notifications. And with that being said, I'm Robert, this is GentStyle, and I will see you guys in the next video.